Okay, so we are given this triangle and we're asked to find the value of x. In order to do that, all right, we want to look at the information that we're given. And what's going to help us is this angle and this side. If you look at this angle, you want to figure out what is the relationship of this side and this side that you already have. So looking at this angle, this side right here does not touch this angle. And it's almost like it's all the way across from this angle. So x is the opposite side of 30 degrees. All right. Now 4 is actually right next to the angle. So when a side is right next to an angle, we call that adjacent. So now, using both of these sides, which trig ratio can we use? Let's start with sine. All right, we know SOHCAHTOA is SOHCAHTOA. Sine uses opposite over hypotenuse. Do we have opposite and hypotenuse? No. So I can't use sine. Cosine uses adjacent and hypotenuse. I have adjacent, but again, I don't have hypotenuse, so I can't use cosine. Tangent uses opposite and adjacent, which I have both of those, so I'm going to use tangent for this problem. So the way I'm going to set it up is tangent of 30 degrees, this is like my theta, remember? That should be equal to, remember tangent is opposite over adjacent. What did we say the opposite side was? We said that tangent 30 degrees would be equal to x over in the adjacent side 4. So now we have an equation where we can solve for x, okay? So remember, we're trying to get x by itself. So that means if I multiply both sides by 4, that would make these 4's cancel out, and now x would be by itself. Okay, now on this side, I have 4 times tangent of 30. So now all we have to do is we can grab a calculator, and luckily the tangent button is there, and you also see the cosine and the sine. So we're gonna use those 3 buttons with this lesson. So remember, I'm trying to get 4 times tangent 30, right? That's what I want to simplify on this side. So I'm going to type in 4, and then I can type tangent, and then I can type 30. All right, and you want to make sure you close it with that parentheses. You can do this on your phone. You can find a calculator on the internet, and you should be able to work that out. It's going to give me about 2.31. So I would say that x would be equal to about 2.31 if I was rounding to the nearest hundredths.
Now some of y'all may say, how do I check to make sure my answer is correct? Remember we started with this. We started with tan 30 was equal to x over 4. Alright, now since we know what x is, we should be able to plug it back in, and these 2 things should give us just about the same thing.
So when I put tangent 30 into the calculator, that value should be something like 2.31 over 4. Let's see.
So now this time to check, I'm just going to put tangent 30. And then that's going to give me 0.577. Let's just write it down. Alright, and then once I do 2.31, divided by 4, boom, look, it gave me 0.577 again, so I know that my x is correct.